is Jered Gwerder from Honolulu, Hawaii, by way of Las Vegas, and I'm here to fight on UFL 1.
My name is Dan Huber. I'm from Mesa, Arizona. Here I am fighting in the quarterfinals of the World Grand Prix for United Fighter.
Coming off 3 losses, and now it's one of those things where I need to be smart, sharp, and not always just go for the kill, but definitely just go in there and get the win more than anything.
What's different about this fight is I am old. I'm experienced. I've been around for a long time. I've seen a lot. I've seen lots of different styles. I feel like just being a veteran is going to make a difference.
If it makes it past the first round, I believe I'll probably TKO him or knock him out in second. Like I do finish everybody else, finish him with my skills.
Tonight, those cage doors are going to close. We're going to go in there, let's put on a show, and let's get it done.
Here we go again. Oh, what a night, Frank, man. There is something truly special happening here at UFL 1. We already knew it was going to be historic with all the stuff that is going on to support and back the fighters, but the fighters are showing us just what it means by the performances they're putting on in the cage, and I expect another one between these two guys. Ty Savage Gwerder stepping back in here. He was on Freedom Fight Night and he had that horrific knockout against him by Shane Subnoski, and I spoke to him about that because he had the fight almost won. He rocked and dropped Subnoski, moved in for the kill, and Subnoski threw the left hand that connects as sweet as they come, and that broke his heart. He has been struggling with the loss physically and mentally. He had to overcome concussion symptoms. He's worked his way back in, but he said, now I recognize I've got to restart everything. I'm a 5-4 fighter on the record, but I've got to scratch that. I've got to rebuild and show people, re-announce myself in this division right now, right here, with the performance I'm going to put on against Dan Huber.
Yeah, some fighters, because of their lack of being knocked out or facing adversity, have a lot of confidence, and confidence does you well in this sport. But sometimes confidence can come from ignorance of not knowing the detriments of the mistakes of what could occur. And Ty is actually very aware of what could happen during a fight. Against Shane, he had his opponent knocked out. Fight looked like it was a first round, 10-second knockout. Opponent's hands on the ground, dropped and rocked. And all of a sudden, as he moves forward, Shane recovers, throws a vicious left hook, and amazingly now he's face down on the mat with a loss. Mentally, that is so hard to recover, to go back and go, hey, no matter how hard I work, no matter how hard I train, I can't guarantee success. And a lot of people mentally can't cope with that. They want to feel that, hey, if I show up, I get paid. I'm like, well, this is life. You can do everything right. The percentages of success can be in your favor, but never the guarantee.
Well said, Mr. Frank Mitt. Ty Gwerder is inside the cage. Wait for the reception for this man, Arizona's own Dan Huber. And here he comes, the bright light shine on this man once more. The crowd on their feet as they welcome Dan Spartan Huber. Now this guy from Mesa, Arizona, right here, 35 years of age, and Frank in his last fight, he fought Shane Subnoski as well. Now he lost on that fight by a second round TKO on Freedom Fight Night 3. However, he took that fight on 1 week's notice. He cut 30 pounds in 1 week. He's had a proper camp now to prepare. For me, he looks absolutely physically at his peak. Different. In the last fight, you even spoke to him afterwards. There was a moment in that fight where he had hold of a heel hook, and you kind of said, I think Subnoski tapped. And Huber said, look, and this is the martial artist, the competitor, and said, yeah. But the fight didn't get stopped. It continued. He didn't want to tap. He wanted to continue, and he eventually got the finish. However, now, and just look at the physical condition he's coming in. He wants to, again, like Ty Gwerder, off the back of that loss, re-announce himself on this stage, this historic stage tonight in front of his hometown fans.
Yeah, he took that last fight, showing, look, mentally tough. Maybe his manager should have stepped in and saved it from himself, but he's a warrior, and he stepped in there and took the fight under very daunting circumstances. And was very successful early on in the fight. Looked like he had Shane in all kinds of trouble. And again, I stand by the fact that it looked like it's not clear cut, but it almost appeared that Shane had tapped. And Tan missed out on the opportunity to get the victory that way. And eventually, as expected for a guy with no camp on 1 week's notice, gassed out, and Shane was successful, but he showed heart. And obviously, our company, organization, is going to give him the opportunity now to have a proper camp and show what he's really truly capable of.
We look at the tail of the tape between these two. 35 versus 28. Slight height and reach advantage on the side of Dan Huber. Both men inside the cage. Let's get this middleweight contest underway. Let's hand it to Cyrus Reeves.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, 3 5-minute rounds. This is our quarterfinal in the middleweight Grand Prix. Introducing first the fighter on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 foot 1 inch tall, weighing in at 183.4 pounds. His record, 5 wins and 4 defeats. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, I give you Jered Gwerder. And now his opponent, standing across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. He stands 6 foot 2 inches tall, weighing in at 185.8 pounds. His record, 4 wins and 5 defeats. Fighting out of Mesa, Arizona, I give you Dan Huber. Your referee for this matchup, Raul Parata.
Great response there for Mesa's own Dan Huber. Final instructions will come from the referee, Gwerder, in the blue corner. Black shorts taking on Dan Huber in the red corner, green and black shorts. Striker versus grappler here. Gwerder coming from that extreme couture gym. Dan Huber from that Spartan Nation, his own gym there. Me, Brian Lacey, alongside Frank Mir. This fight brought to you and fueled by F3 Energy. Gwerder trying to put it on Huber early, Frank.
Yes, he came through using the right lead hook to get offline of that lead leg and fire that straight left hand right down the middle. But really, that's exactly because they're both in an open stance. Each individual has the same angles. Herbert then did the same exact thing, but used the leg kick to do it. He's using the lead leg on the first one he had just done to create an angle to step outside and then try to fire something down the middle.
Oh, Gwerder with that straight left down the middle. And Huber with that submission grappling background. You know he'll want to get in and find a way to get contact, to get a grip on his opponent. But Gwerder's so dangerous in his opening minutes, right, Frank?
And he's smart, very calculated with his techniques. He's throwing his kicks in ways that are not leaving him vulnerable to an easy takedown. Because that's one thing that does occur a lot in the open stance is that...
Goodness! Wow. Huber now managing to get hold of his man. He jumped forward and caught, and now he's got his back.
He's got Gwerder's holding on greatly to that hand, but now he's got the wrist. Double hooks, and he's going to try to flatten him out. He's already driving the forearm across. If he gets palm to palm, Gwerder's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, he's going for that palm to palm. That's right on the chin.
His chin's down low enough. He should be all right.
Gwerder trying to push that up and over, but what a moment this is for Dan Huber here in Mesa, Arizona.
And he just needs to not gas himself out by trying too hard to get the submission. Right now he's using the hooks to switch it to the other side of his grip to have the wrist control side down. He now is triangling the hip to secure Gwerder's hips, but Gwerder is trying to turn the corner. Identifying that, Herbert now has blocked the hip off again, drove him through, bottom side down his arm, and very intelligently, but that wasn't smart.
He's got
that wasn't good. Now he's under the chin. Now Gwerder's in trouble.
Palm to palm, he might get this finish. Dan
He's going to
Huber.
stretch him out. He's under.
That's
if he
under the
keeps
chin.
breathing properly, he might go to sleep.
He survives. What heart, what guts from Ty Gwerder, the
Herbert needs
savage.
to get his left elbow behind the shoulder of Ty. He's under the chin well enough. He's using the punches, and Gwerder made a mistake of punching back. Not the best thing to do from that position. You should focus on wrist control and getting your shoulders out of there.
Now he's feeding that hand over the top of the head. It's still on the chin, though. Frank, could Gwerder survive?
He needs to go back to palm, protect his left hand from being ripped down. Gwerder very intelligently, Ty is pulling properly, and he needs to now just keep fighting for the palm to palm and breathe correctly, not blow out his arms. Gwerder is doing a good job of trying to rotate his back to the mat, but because of his right hip being locked, it'll be near impossible for him to rotate that way. See, he keeps trying to turn.
Oh, now he's trying to explode that. He does it! Ty Gwerder now on top!
Now he's doing
What a turnaround!
Good underhook for Ty Gwerder, who's able to stop the sweep being a tip from the half guard of Hoover. And now we'll see that happens. That's one of the downfalls of squeezing too hard when the submission's not there. Instead of using technique to slide it into the lock, you're kind of forcing the key, and you're like, look, it's not quite right. I'll muscle it in. Well, it can drain you, and now you're left tired with a very angry opponent that wants vengeance.
Hey, listen, what credit do you give to Ty for gutting that out? Because he was in some bad spots there, Frank, and then he technically worked his way out and then just exploded when there was a little bit of space. That shows you how much he wanted it, right?
Absolutely. Look, he fell right where we were looking. So 100%, I saw he went out for half a second. He bounced off the mat as Dan was grabbing him, and he was able to recover, keep his composure, fight off a vicious neck attack, and now has turned it around and is back in control of the fight.
And ladies and gentlemen, let us know in the chat which you think is fight of the night, performance of the night as well. And tonight has been absolutely filled with some eye-catching moments, some standout performances, and this fight is living up to the billing as well. Gwerder following it, Hoover.
The only problem is that...
Oh, what a round. Gwerder in survival mode, he got caught. Then he had to deal with Hoover, the submission grappler on his back. And you see with the hands on his head, has Hoover blown those arms out? But Gwerder finishing strong, Frank.
Great job. So great mental fortitude for Ty Gwerder. He was, look, he went out for half a second. When that shot hit, boom, that left hook, he hit the ground. I made eye contact with him. It wasn't home. He was able to work himself from fighting off this choke here. Dan made a mistake, lost control of the wrist. He immediately was able to rotate up, and even here was able to dig the underhook, maintain top position, and now back in a position of control. And I don't think he did enough to win the round because of count-effective damage. I think he lost the first round in the totality of what occurred in that 5 minutes. But right now, he's back in the control seat of this fight. Dan really gassed out his arms, squeezing on that neck. We're going to see how much he can recover.
Ty Gwerder staring across the cage, pacing. He is in the blue corner. Dan Hoover, the Mesa, Arizona fighter, in the red. Off we go, round two. What a night this has been. And Gwerder backing him up again, Frank. But he's got to respect Dan's punching as well, right? He got dropped first.
He got rocked. Dan showed the power to hurt you. Even though Gwerder is the much more strategic striker. He sets up the straight lefts. Hoover almost kind of is more of a throws strikes. He's throwing one at a time. He doesn't have, oh, that was half guard. He's pulling it over the top. Great underhook. If he connects his hands, he could old school him back up to his feet. But the elbows from Gwerder convince him to let go.
Now Gwerder working from this top position. Oh, Hoover though, he's so caught up in that
single. If he gets the other leg, he'll get the takedown. But Gwerder did a good job of turning away from it, defending it with his leg slipping.
Oh my goodness! Huge head kick! Gwerder following in! That is it! Ty Gwerder the Savage! He is back! Whoa! Head kick! Tipped down to the ground. Gwerder followed it in.
Great call. Look off the back. I'll have to see the replay. Looked like a question mark kick. He brought the knee straight up, turned it over. It was able to catch it right on the neck. There you see it. Boom. And Dan was out almost. No, that's the kick. That straight left to put him completely out. On the way down. There's the kick. Right on. Tank, beautiful left hand coming down.
Ladies and gentlemen, Raul Parata stops his fight at 1 minute and 5 seconds of round number 2. Your winner by TKO, and moving on in the middleweight Grand Prix, Gwerder.
For the folks who don't know, we took a minute here to go ahead and get going. I know because Ty, you actually wanted to make sure that that was all right. You were more concerned with him as far as that. Now that we understand it's gonna be okay, we'll be able to talk. What a pivotal moment in your career. I was just talking about Eric, and we were talking about at the end of your career, this is gonna be a moment we're gonna talk about where you were caught, you were hurt, you were stunned absolutely in that first shot that he dropped you. You were in a rear naked choke by a really high level grappler. He was squeezing. What was going through your head at that moment?
I'm fine, you know. And that, I don't even know what he hit me with. That was pretty damn good. It was nice. I bit on the flying knee. He got on my back. I've been there millions of times. I didn't feel in danger at all. I just need to stay calm, collected. Sorry, excuse my language. One of the best coaches in the game, right there, feeding me instruction. I got everything I need to be great.
Showed calm, cool, and collected, was able to recover, come back, and win by a devastating knockout. What does that mean for you now to get that monkey off your back? You came out here the first time with Shane, looked like you had a fight won, caught with a shot. Here again, all of a sudden you're caught with a shot. But now you've recovered, you came back, and you've won devastatingly.
People always think that you get one shot and maybe you finish the fight. With me, I'm going out on my shield. You're gonna take my ass out of here if you wanna win this fight. I'm gonna go to sleep if you can. You're gonna knock me flatline. That's the only way you're gonna beat me.
Obviously, you move on to the tournament, but there's somebody on the other side. How much is winning the tournament compared to possibly having that rematch with Shane Simonowski, who's here watching right now?
He got a little more footage to see on me. We all know that first time was a fluke. He was flat when I hit him and threw a Hail Mary. But not taking away anything from him, he knocked my ass out, did what exactly I said you need to do. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be worth it. It'll be one. I'm sorry? I want to thank everybody who showed out tonight, my family, my team, my coaches. Like I said, I got the best people behind me, surrounding me, giving me full of love. You know, I almost retired at one point, and they told me to keep going. Here I am, got a knockout. I'm stoked to be here and moving forward.
I know we're all glad they had you going forward. You're a winner by knockout, Ty Gwerder!
Ty Gwerder taking that victory, that finish, that devastating finish, but he had to deal with adversity in round number 1, and it came in the form of Dan Huber on his back. He managed to get back to his feet, and then this kick changed it all. He followed it up with the left hand, and this left hand made this moment possible. That man will move onwards and upwards through the 185-pound Grand Prix. What a night, what a